Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm Greg Hackett, and I'm hearing Jermaine Ortiz versus TEOFIMO Lopez. TEOFIMO Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. I think this is a wonderful, wonderful fight, especially to start off the 2024 year of boxing. I mean, I know it's not the first card, but this is, to me, the best fight starting off the year. A very competitive fight. For one, Jermaine Ortiz, one loss to Vasyl Lomachenko. Not a bad loss to have. I mean, he's a great fighter. And to be honest, Jermaine Ortiz put up a hell of a performance versus Lomachenko. Came up short. But I believe he has 17 wins, 17 or 18 wins. And this kid is sturdy. You know what I mean? Really good boxer, really good reflexes, good size to him at 140 pounds. I think this is his second fight. It'll be at 140. The only thing that concerns me about Jermaine Ortiz is the times I've noticed him in good fights, he's a little hesitant. I feel like he questions his ability at times. I think something like that could cost him against a TEOFIMO Lopez. But because of what this fight means to boxing and to the two young men, I think he will definitely rise to the occasion and step up performance-wise and put on a hell of a fight. I feel like he can't get caught up in a back-and-forth shootout with TEOFIMO Lopez, because TEOFIMO Lopez is a puncher. And Jermaine Ortiz has a pretty good punch on him as well, but I feel like TEOFIMO is the bigger puncher, so he has to be careful with that, you know what I mean, getting caught up in exchanges and things like that. But I feel like behind a good jab, some good head movement, some good speed, I think he could pull something off. If he was to beat TEOFIMO Lopez, he would have to pick his shots, you know what I mean, and take his time, not try to do too much too early. You know, try to get under TEOFIMO's skin and kind of get him into a brawling, you know, posture where TEOFIMO is trying to jump in for shots and things like that. But Jermaine Ortiz would have to be willing to counter, you know what I mean, with some good body shots, some good uppercuts and things like that. And his timing has to be impeccable that night, I'm not going to lie. Because TEOFIMO is, you know, he could be electrifying at times if you let him do a little bit too much. TEOFIMO, I feel like if he get off early and he get to being himself and working off his jab and countering, using his good speed, good reflexes, great ability, I think he could possibly stop Jermaine in the later rounds. The reason I'm thinking like that is because this, to me, is kind of like it's not a personal fight like these two got something against each other, but it's a lot on the line, man. It really is a lot on the line, and the winner could be, you know, closer to being one of the best at 140 pounds. There really is a war at 140 pounds, and we only seen the beginning of it. You know what I mean? It's going to be a war that's going to last for some years at 140 pounds, especially if these guys stick around. And this is a great fight, man. I really am excited about this fight. I'm glad that we have a fight like this, you know, jumping the year off, because that's going to put pressure on the other 140-pound guys, you know what I mean, to step up and you know, put themselves in great fights. Again, though, I think TEOFIMO is the better fighter when it comes to that level, you know what I mean, being in the lights and being in bigger fights, even though it don't really get too much bigger than the Lomachenko. But we seen TEOFIMO in there with Lomachenko. We seen him beat Lomachenko. So to me, that's the difference. Even though he lost to a George Kambosos, TEOFIMO does know how to step up to the plate, you know what I mean, and get the job done. Jermaine Ortiz worries me at times, because when fights get tough, you know what I mean, he get a little stagnant. You know what I mean? He gets a little constipated, where he won't let his hands go like he should, even though he's able. This is just a great fight, man. I can't say it enough. I can't wait. February 8th, Las Vegas. You know what I mean? ESPN card. It's going to be a great card, top rank. My decision, I'm not going to lie. To me, it's a 50-50 fight. It's tough to choose. I don't really want to pick just yet. I want to look more into their camps before I pick, but I do favor Teofimo Lopez a little bit more than I do Jamaine Ortiz. Only 60-40. It's not by a wide margin, but just, you know what I mean, just because I know that Teofimo is 100% able to compete at this level. Jamaine Ortiz is too, but I feel like he don't pour it all out. He don't bring everything to the table in fights like this. I feel like he's definitely going to show up and he's definitely going to put on a great fight, but I feel like he'll do enough just to lose, to lose on points, or like I said, if he gets starstruck and he let Teofimo Lopez do a little bit too much, he could get stopped. But I can't disrespect him. Jamaine Ortiz is a big kid at 140 pounds, really good skilled fighter. I think he could do some damage though. If he can get, like I said, if he can get under Teofimo's skin, he could make it happen. I mean, he could possibly win by knockout too, but I don't see it really happening by knockout for him. I think it'd be more about points because he's not the daredevil that Teofimo is. Teofimo is going to try his best to get off a big shot where my man Jamaine Ortiz tries to be the smarter fighter. So like I said, if Jamaine Ortiz win the fight, it will be on points, and Teofimo could possibly win by knockout or decision. I'm Greg Hackett. You can get with me at Greg Hackett 86 on Instagram, Greg Hackett 215 on X, and Greg Hackett on Facebook. I appreciate you all. Thank you.